This is Lola Lee T. I make a lot of videos about 90 Day Fiancé, so support me by purchasing a super thanks and also hit that like and subscribe button. Hey everybody, I'm going to be doing a recap of 90 Day Fiancé UK Season 1, Episode 4. And for some reason, you may see it as Episode 6, but for me, it's showing up on the app as Episode 4. This episode is called You Told Me No Adultery. I downloaded the Discovery app just so that I could do recaps for you guys. Let's talk about Shaun and Christine. Shaun and his mother were at the airport anxiously awaiting Christine and Christian to arrive. Shaun hadn't held his alleged son in 2 years. He was so emotional. Christine was camera ready. She's a vlogger, you know. So she was vlogging everything. When they saw each other at the airport, it was so sweet. This man really, really loves Christine and his son. He even said that he can now finally breathe. There were lots of tears of happiness. It was so sweet to see Christian running to Shaun's mother. Shaun's mother loves this little boy so much. She calls him her heartbeat. Christine did a really good thing. She hugged Shaun's mother immediately. Shaun's mother received the hug and the love, even though Shaun's mother has not taken to her and is not 100% convinced that Christine is not taking advantage of her son's generosity. And because of that, Shaun's mother didn't really like Christine because she felt that Christine was taking advantage of Shaun. But I did think it was a little weird that Christine referred to Shaun as Papa Shaun when she was talking to her son. Shouldn't it just be Papa if Shaun is actually the father? And who is this little boy calling just Papa? So Christine was really excited to see the apartment, and oh boy, was she in for a rude awakening. Immediately when Christine gets into the apartment, she sees filth, the broken this, the broken that, the mess, the dirt. This is not what she was expecting, and she's visibly upset, bothered. When she was on a video call with Shaun, he showed her his apartment, and he obviously tricked her because this is not the apartment she expected to be living in. And honestly, from the looks of things, I think Shaun has never ever cleaned his sink, made his bed, did any laundry, mopped his floors, dusted the furniture, cleaned his toilet. I think this man has never ever ever cleaned his apartment since the day he moved there. And as for his dishes, instead of washing them, he just hides them. Christine has a lot of work to do. And when he showed Christine Christian's room, well, Christine was not happy and she said it looked like a garage. And Christine made a good point of saying that how is a cleaning manager living like this? How is he a cleaning manager, but yet he doesn't clean his own apartment? I agree with that 100%. And she was experiencing all kinds of coldness in that apartment, but yet Shaun had the window open. Shaun, why? But then Shaun had the nerve to ask her what she thought of the apartment. But I really think, in my opinion, that the state of the apartment really speaks to Shaun's mental health. We're looking at a man that is very depressed. And like he said, it's easier for him to put the dirty dishes in the cupboard than to actually clean them. So what happens when all of the dishes are dirty? Does he just put the food on dirty dishes? And how does he use his toilet if it's so filthy? And where are the people in Shaun's life? Why aren't they helping him? So it would be so easy to say that this man is lazy and dirty. It would really be unfair to say that because I really feel like more is going on here mentally. And again, I'm not a doctor. It's just my opinion, but it's pretty obvious. So it's the next day for Shaun and Christine. They talk about hooking up last night, and they are like giggling teenagers when they talk about it. They talk about the fact that Shaun has 2 weeks vacation, and during that 2 weeks, Shaun is going to be taking charge of Christian, while Christine takes charge of fixing up the house and cleaning up the place. So Christine has taken charge of Shaun and the apartment. It was so embarrassing that she was pointing to his toilet and asking him how he could use a filthy toilet. And then she showed him all of the dirty dishes and plates that she had found hidden in cupboards. Wow, wow, wow. He has some really nasty habits. And he calls himself the tomorrow guy, meaning he tells himself he'll wash the dishes tomorrow, I'll do my dirty laundry tomorrow, and tomorrow never comes. And I have a feeling that when Shaun lived with his parents, his mom did everything, but she never taught him how to do things for himself. And imagine bringing your wife and child over and you don't even bother to go buy groceries. And all that he had in the fridge was just ice, a carton of milk, and one orange. Christine has herself a dirty man-child. Is this karma for Christine though? Shaun took Christine and Christian on a little family trip, but I guess he forgot to check the weather. The trip was a disaster. They were on a train ride. Smoke was all up in their faces. It was cold, and then it started to sleet. Their umbrella popped. It was a disaster, but I guess it's the thought that counts. After the train ride, they head home. Christine cooks their first home cooked meal. It's probably the first healthy meal that Shaun has had in a long, long time. Christine has put Shaun on a diet. I don't know. My mind really changed about Christine this episode. She seems to really care for Shaun, and this guy really needs someone to take care of him. But I worry that she's becoming more of a mother to him than a wife. One thing that was very troubling, actually many things that was very troubling, but I'm just going to focus on this thing, was that Shaun said he loved her and she said, I will love you when you get paid. And Christine is in for a shock when she sees Shaun's paycheck and discovers all the debt that he's in. So what are your thoughts about Shaun and Christine? Thank you so very much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. If you have any hot tea for me, message me on Instagram. I love you guys. Bye.